Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about the Hyundai Alcazar which has been recently launched in the Indian market. So this car is inspired from the Hyundai Creta and you can call this the 7-seater version of the Creta or the Mini Palisade. So in today's video I'll give you guys a fully detailed walk around of the Hyundai Alcazar. I'll even cover the design, features, etc. First, let's start from the basic facts like the color options. So the color options of this car are Taiga Brown, which is the flagship color, Polar White, Phantom Black, Typhoon Silver, Starry Night, Titan Grey, and if I talk about the dual tone color options, they are Polar White with Phantom Black roof and the final color options Titan Grey with Phantom Black roof. And then Hyundai is offering 3 variants for this car, the base variant Prestige, the mid variant Platinum and the fully top variant, the Signature variant. Now talking about the engines, the first engine is a 2-liter petrol engine which is from the Hyundai Elantra. This engine has best in segment fuel efficiency and power. And the next engine is a 1.5-liter diesel CRDI engine which is also available in the Hyundai Creta. This engine has best in segment fuel efficiency and best in segment power. So if you are a car enthusiast and if you love fun to drive engine, then this is the engine for you because according to Hyundai this is the fun to drive engine. So we are done with the basic facts. Now let's start the walk around. This is the mid variant, the platinum variant, and this is the manual transmission. This is the 7-seater version. So you can take a look at the design, guys. The car's design looks very muscular, very bold, and I find it a bit similar to the Hyundai Venue. But of course it's like more inspired from the Hyundai Creta and the Hyundai Palisade. So this is the LED headlamps which is known as the Trio Beam LED headlamps, which is also available in the Hyundai Creta. So the name Trio represents the 3 reflector LED lights. These are 3 sets of lights and there is an LED DRL. So if you look closely, you'll notice that there is a chrome bar between the lights, and I like the way the chrome marches into the light. And this is the front grille of the car which is inspired from the Hyundai Palisade and it looks much better than the Creta. And you'll also get to see chrome bars and chrome outlines. At the center there is a Hyundai logo and below that you'll get to see a front parking camera, and there is also a camera at the side below the ORVMs. So there is a 360-degree camera in this car. The Creta doesn't get it. And if you look closely at the grille, you'll notice there are these lines which enhances the looks of the grille. Coming down, you will get to see dual tone bumpers along with a silver skid plate. And also beside that you will get to see an indicator with a fog lamp, and there is also chrome garnish. So the overall front look is inspired from the Hyundai Creta and the Hyundai Palisade. You can take a look at this car with the Hyundai Venue and I find it looking quite similar to the Venue. But of course it's more inspired from the Creta and the Hyundai Palisade. So now let's take a look at the side portion. By the way, this car is having more road presence than the Hyundai Creta, but if we compare it to the Safari, then it's low, but it still has best in segment wheelbase. First things first, at the side you notice there are 18-inch diamond cut alloys. Front you'll get to see disc brakes and the back you'll get to see disc brakes. Means there are all-wheel disc brakes in this car. Now let me just quickly compare it with the Hyundai Venues. So that's the Hyundai Venues alloys and this is the Alcazars. So they both look kind of similar, but of course they are not same. The Alcazar has bigger alloy wheels and these alloys are also available in the Hyundai Creta, the Chinese spec model of the Hyundai Creta. And these alloys look super cool, but for the lower variants also you get dual tone alloys, but they are smaller. And this is the body colored ORVMs with a turn indicator, and below you'll get to see a side view camera. So these are the door handles. There are no chrome but there are dark chrome handle and there is a request sensor. So these days car companies are not providing fully chrome door handle. They just provide the chrome above the door handle like the Harrier, Safari, etc. So Hyundai calls this the dark chrome door handle. Now, this is the platinum variant, so you won't get a side footstep. Anyway, this car is not so tall, so you won't need one, but the Safari needs one. Now, there are a few elements which are from the Hyundai Creta, like the finishing of the windows and all. And you'll get to see a black element. In the Creta, you'll get to see a white one though. And this is the window for the third row passengers, so they don't feel they are in a very limited area. But of course, the third row is not for adults. And this is the silver roof rails. The roof rails are not functional actually, they are just equipped to give this car an SUV look. And there is this rough black element, but you won't notice it much because it's like camouflaging with the cladding at the back. So this is the rear portion of the car. It's heavily inspired from the Endeavour or the Tata Hexa, but it reminds me of the Ford Endeavour and in a few areas the Hexa. So this is the honeycomb inspired tail lamps with a DRL. So the LED line can remind you a bit of the Creta. Then at the center you'll of course get to see the Hyundai logo, and below there is a tailgate chrome garnish with Alcazar badging. The overall rear look is way better than the Creta, but it's inspired from the Ford Endeavour. And there are total 4 reverse parking sensors at the back, and there is also a rear camera available. Down you have silver skid plate and an exhaust pipe which is actually real. The exhaust is actually real. This is the look of the reflector. And to enhance the rear look, Hyundai is providing you of course the rear integrated spoiler which looks stylish. There is also a rear wiper with defogger, and this is the spare wheel of the car. It's not inside the car of course because this is a 7-seater car. Now let me show you the boot of this car. Now you can take a brief look at the boot. Now the boot is not very big actually because the third row is up, but you get a 180 liters of boot space. Meanwhile, the Safari gets an 83 liters of boot space with the third row up. Now let me show you the boot lamp, and the other side you'll get to see a Bose speaker. And now I can't fold the seat completely because of the second row. The second row seat is actually reclined. You will get to see hooks both the side, luggage hooks, and then there is also a luggage net, and these are the tools in case if you have a flat tire. So let's put the seats back. And now let's close the boot of the car, and now let's go inside the car and I'll give you a fully detailed tour of the interior of the car. The interior still has the Creta's design, and in some aspects you'll get a Creta type feel. And this is the premium version of the Hyundai Creta, and of course the bigger version. And in my opinion, the black and brown doesn't make a great combination in the interior, but the beige color makes. And this is the rear seat back table with cup holder and an IT device holder, and that is the sunshade. And this is the chrome handle of the car, ambient lighting, Bose speakers, and this is the bottle holder. And at the back also you have AC vents available. Below you have some storage space to keep your phone and a USB charging socket. Meanwhile, the Safari's AC vent is placed at the side, which is a better placement. And the 7-seater version is available in the base variant, but it's not available in the top model. So if you are ready to pay the complete price of the Alcazar and you have to adjust with the base variant, that's not very good. But the 6-seater variant is available in the base variant as well as the top variant. So I suggest Hyundai to offer the 7-seater version in the top variant so others don't have to adjust with the base variant. Instead, they can directly go for the top model. Above you have a handle and an LED reading lamp available. You also get it the other side of course. Now let's turn it off. And now let's head to the third row. So for going to the third row, you have to of course fold the seat. This has a one touch tumble feature as well for the 6-seater and the 7-seater. So let's close the seat back tray, and now let's get inside the third row. So of course this would be very suffocating, and I know there won't be much space. So let's just check it out. So guys, according to my age, kids can't sit over here. I don't recommend above 13 years kids to sit over here, but I do recommend kids below 11 years to sit here, but definitely not adults. Then there is an AC vent over here, and the AC vents blower control, and you also get a USB charging port and cup holders and a bit storage space. On the other side, you will get to see just a charging port and a cup holder with storage space. So there's no space right over here at the third row, and this element is for the luggage net. Right now you of course can't use it because of the third row, and this is the third row window. It's not very limited like the Altora's G4. You can get a good view, not very great, it's decent sized. You also have two adjustable headrests, though it's not for adults. And you have this LED reading lamp for the third row, and the gloss black finish gives it a very cool look. And there is a luggage net as I showed you in the boot. Now let's head to the first row of the car, and I'll give you a detailed tour of the touchscreen, the dashboard and the instrument cluster, etc. So first you can take a look at the dashboard. It looks exactly like the Hyundai Creta except for the color, the brown and the black color. The Creta gets beige and black color combination, which looks much better and brighter. So now I'll show you the touchscreen. While it's being turned on, I'll give you a bit information about this. This is a 10.25-inch touchscreen supporting Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it also supports connected BlueLink car tech. So now the touchscreen is on. We have to click the confirm button. Okay, now let's click it. So it's loading. Now the maps will come. So as you can see, the map is being displayed, or the navigation. So you can use this map with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, or the car's navigation. So if you click the button at the center, the radio will be turned on, and if you click it again, it will be turned off. And there are many buttons, the controls for the touchscreen system, like setup button, the favorites button, seek, track, push, volume, media, radio, etc. Now let me give you a brief explanation about the 360-degree camera or the monitor. So this is the 360-degree parking camera. This is the bird eye view, which will of course be there for a 360-degree camera. And right now the camera is showing the front view. The camera shows you stuff in a very neat and wide manner, which is very useful for the parking. It's very wide and it will show you clearly. Now let's check out the camera from the other sides. This is the bird eye view but from a closer look, and the 360-degree camera helps a lot. Now let's switch the camera towards the side look. This is the side camera, the two side camera placed under the ORVMs, and the bird eye view is still available. And now this is the rear parking camera. The boot is open, that's why it's showing the roof ceiling. And this is for the brightness, and the button below is for the settings. And the map is also being shown. It's like a split screen, which I like, and you can zoom in and zoom out of the bird view. we'll continue the touchscreen tour later. I just wanted to show you guys the 360-degree parking camera. So you'll get to see gloss black finish on the dashboard and this element. Below you'll get to see automatic climate control with the button for the rear AC, the climate control defogger, etc. And this is for increasing the AC's fan or the cooling, and the other button is for the automatic climate control, means it will adjust the climate according to the weather outside. And this is for the hazard button. This is the 6-speed manual gearbox. There is also 6-speed automatic gearbox available, and there is also gloss black finish which gives it a premium touch. Then there are charging points like a 12-volt charging socket, a USB port, and another charging socket. And this is the air purifier of the car. Right now I can't show you guys, so if we open the armrest I can show you. Let's open the armrest, and this is where the clean air comes from. Then you have storage space where you can put your phone, bills, etc. Above you will get to see sunshade with a vanity mirror, but you won't get a vanity mirror for the driver sunshade. And these are the two reading lamps, LED reading lamps. And when you press this button, the lights will be turned on, the reading lamps, including the rear reading lamps. And now let me show you the sunroof. So this is the massive panoramic sunroof of this car. This is not first in segment because this feature is available in the Hyundai Creta, the Safari, Hector Plus, and the Hector and the Harrier. The sunroof is very wide and very nice, but it won't open completely, of course, because it's a panoramic sunroof, not a regular one. And if you don't use it, you don't have to buy it, because what's the use of paying extra money if you don't use it? If you will click the button one time, or if you don't click the button completely, the sunroof will only be closed. The sunshade won't be closed, but when you click the button again, the sunshade will also be closed. So if you want an airy feeling in your cabin, you can leave the sunshade open, and the panoramic sunroof gives the interior a more airy look than the regular one. Now let me show you the door panel. So you have ambient lighting, cup holders, and Bose speakers. Now let me show you the touchscreen again, the other controls of the touchscreen like the settings. So let's go to the settings. This is the home page of the Alcazar's touchscreen. Now let's go to the settings. So you have to click the setup button below the touchscreen. And by the way, this is the edit home page button. So you have to click the silver setup button, and there you go, you are in the settings page where you have vehicle settings, speaker setting, etc., where you can even use the display. You can set the display like the brightness, or you can reset the display, the touchscreen. And the ambient lighting has 64 color options. And this is the Bose speaker again, and the cup holder, bottle holder, coin holder, and the control for the power windows for the co-passenger. Now let's go to the driver's seat. Now of course you'll have more controls for the driver door panel. You have the power windows control, and you have one touch up and down control for the driver window, but not for the other windows, whether it's the rear window or the co-passenger, the front passenger's window. Then you have the ORVM controls, etc. And you of course have again the ambient lighting, and this is the bottle holder again, and these are the controls for the ORVM, and this is for the lock unlock button, and these are again for the ORVMs. And this is the 8-way adjustable driver seat. It's very futuristic, and I like these types of controls, as I told you guys in my Safari review video. And again you will get to see ambient lighting, but here it's very short lighting, and I like the way how it it's connected till here. And this is the signature D-cut steering wheel which is available in the Creta Venue and the i20. There are touchscreen controls and the controls for the steering instrument cluster, and there's a Hyundai logo. And talking about safety features, you have 6 airbags, and according to Hyundai, this car is having a super strong structure. But we can't believe in it after the Seltos scored 3-star rating, and of course, Seltos, Creta, and the Alcazar all are built in the same platform. Now let me show you guys the instrument cluster of this car. So of course you have to control the instrument cluster by using the given controls on the steering, and you can control it by the arrows. On the other side you have the controls for the touchscreen. So to access or check the driver information in the instrument cluster, you have to click the trip button. So there you go, you can see I'm controlling and checking the driver information. And you have many controls, like it will show you the door is open in a very nice graphical way, and there is a driver side view monitor and tire pressure monitoring system. And it will show you other informations like how much the car ran in total, the seat belt warning, etc. So we checked out the instrument cluster. We have a few other parts to check out, so let's quickly check them and end this video. These are the auto hold and electronic parking brake control. You won't get handbrake. And this is the start stop button, traction control button. And above you have the ORVM, and there are a few buttons like the blue link button, etc. And this is the sunglass holder. So that was it for today. If you like my video, share my video and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I'll meet you in my next video. Thank you.